I will speak your language to you.
Visitors here present, members of the press, ladies.
On the day of the primary, so that we can qualify to come back here again to seek another blessing from His Royal Highness to ask the Bauchi people to vote for us. Your Royal Highness, I may not be the youngest, neither am I the oldest of the candidates, of the aspirants, but Your Royal Highness, I'm the most experienced. There is none of them running or competing with me that is as prepared as I am to be the president of Nigeria. No. And if you're wondering why, when we have people like our leader, the Asiwaju of Lagos, when we have the vice president, I say none is as prepared as I am to be the president of Nigeria. And I'll quickly do it because we really have to run. When I have been Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, when I was Speaker, I visited Bauchi as Chairman of Speakers Forum. And we had a meeting in Bauchi. I got to learn about the cultures and peoples of Bauchi as a Speaker. And I became Speaker at 34. I was 24 when I became Speaker. The Royal Highness, I became Governor at 42. The youngest governor at that time. Again, as governor, I was the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum to know about the cultures, the religion, the customs and traditions of the Bauchi people, the needs and the wants of the people of Bauchi. After that, like I said, I was 42 when I became governor. At 50, I became Minister for Transport. Your Royal Highness, at 58, I want to be the President of Nigeria. I have the energy, the strategy, and the strength to be the President of Nigeria. Your Royal Highness, I'm the only aspirant that has governed the state with insecurity. When I was governor of River State, before I became the governor of River State, they used to raise their hands to walk on the street. Kidnappers, militants, there were soldiers all over the street. The evidence of what we did today is the presence of Lieutenant General Buratai, the former chief of army staff. He was then the brigade commander of the Army Brigade in River State when I was governor. That evidence is extended by the presence of Suleiman Abba. Suleiman Abba was Inspector General of Police. But then, Suleiman Abba. Before he became Inspector General of Police, he was then Commissioner of Police River State. And we fought with all our strength to stop militancy, to stop kidnapping. And people began to go to nightclubs, business began to flow, white men started coming back to Port Harcourt. So I had the experience of what the problems are and what leads to militancy. And I think seeking your support will find solution to them as we proceed. We will build on what the president has done to expand. Your Royal Highness, one of the things we did in Rivers State to curb militancy was to expand agriculture, because we needed to create employment for people. We will do that when we will expand the agricultural development that the president has already introduced, and we will expand the economy. We will move from agrarian economy to industrial development to manufacturing before we look at what the service sector will say. We will follow the president's development on infrastructure. One of the places that infrastructure is going to come to is Bauchi. The Port Harcourt-Maiduguri Railway is going to pass through Bauchi to Gombe. And from Gombe, it will go to Yobe and it will go to Maiduguri. It will also go to Gashua. So I have the experience. I'm not talking from what I will read in my book. I will need the entire of it. In fact, you may want to know that I'm a student of the university, the best university. There are two courses we do. I didn't read for the course. You know how I passed? Experience. As a student, as a government official who has gone to court several times. Most questions they ask are court questions related to most of the cases we did in court. And I get my answer. With the knowledge I got from the teaching they taught me before. So I'm very well experienced. The first Nigerian to have become a governor without having to stand for election because I fought for my right. If you remember, they chased me away out of the country. I came back as governor of Rivers State. So I'm full of experience. And please tell your members of your kingdom to vote for me, and I'll bring that experience to bear. That's the appeal. And hold me responsible. When we win, I will come back to His Majesty Your Highness to say that we have won. And what do you want us to do outside what I know to make progress happen? God bless you.
You can see from the introduction, the experience of Amaechi is quite intimidating. He has proved to be a sound administrator, a versatile leader, a good strategist, and of course, a tactician par excellence, who has shown these qualities in all the areas that he had worked as Speaker, as Governor, as Minister, and also first among equals during his sojourn as the Chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, as well as the dexterity and the quality of campaign that he has laid on two occasions, in 2015 and 2019, to bring our current president to the Aso Rock. He did that diligently with all his determination, with loyalty, and of course, with love of Nigeria, love of humanity, irrespective of what religion you are, or what tribe, or what zone, or section of this country you come from. This is quite commendable, and that's why he's here today to solicit for your votes as we move on the 30th and the 4th of 30th of May and 4th of June to cast our votes to elect the candidate for a great party, the APC, and I believe you will do that. The chairman sounded neutral, but I believe you know by the time he comes up to speak about himself and with what you have heard so far from the introduction, he is the man of the moment. He is the right choice. So I urge you, I request you and pray that you will make the right choice on the 30th and the 4th of June, 30th of May and 4th of June.
this is the moment of decision. The Bauchi voter is like the Kano voter. They assert their right. There is no big man in Bauchi voting. If not, you will not vote Buhari in CPC and vote PDP. You have continuously voted for Dagasama, right? I won't call any tribe, but let me tell you one joke somebody made to me in the villa. He said, Amaechi, you made us fail election. You made us lose votes, not fail election. I said, why? He said, because you said Dagasama, Say some, okay, it was this man that told me the story. That some people went to the voting place. So when they gave them the ballot paper, they would vote APC, PDP, CPC. They were voting in the name of Dagasama. What we meant was APC president, APC House of Rep. But they didn't want to know. Once he gave them ballot paper, they Dagasama the thing down to the end. Most of you know me, right? Those who don't know me must have heard of me. Bauchi loves President Buhari. I told everybody, if you brought President Buhari on a sick bed to Bauchi for election, they will vote for him. Right? So, when we were doing our analysis, I said, 2 places we don't need to campaign. 2, Bauchi and Borno. I was DG. You know, as DG, your job is to continuously make analysis, look at the voters, do voter analysis, which one, where are we going to win, how many votes are we going to score, and all that. We continuously did that, and every morning I presented it to the president. 2 states that I never did much analysis, Bauchi and Borno. I always wrote, no change, no change, no change every morning. It meant that even if we lost all the 34 states, we will not lose in Bauchi and we will not lose in Borno. So why do you want me to lose in Bauchi if you vote for Buhari? It means that I can inherit Buhari's support in Bauchi, 2 of us. Because I worked tirelessly when everybody was sleeping. Tirelessly. And I will tell you one of the stories. As governor of Rivers State, I will get to the airport by 8-9 p.m. and they will keep me at the tarmac for 2 hours. Just because I was supporting President Buhari. Tarmac, a whole governor, I didn't say as speaker, I said as governor of where? They seized my plane 3 times. First one, Akure. If you remember, they refused to allow me enter Ekiti. I drove back about 5 to 6 p.m. into Akure airport to enter my plane. They refused. I came out of the airport and I drove to Lagos to sleep in Lagos. Next time, Port Harcourt. Brand new aircraft that I was using that belonged to Rivers State government. I boarded the plane. They say I can't use it. They seized it for 2 years. Last time, Kano. I'm sure you will know the story of the Kano airport. In fact, what was very frightening in the 2 occasions was that when I got to Akure airport, I'm still looking for that woman, the woman who was the general manager of the airport at that time. She walked into my place and said to me, Your Excellency, this airport is technically closed. And as a governor, I said, what do you mean by this airport is technically closed? He said the airport is technically closed when non-civil authority closes the airport. I said, what do you mean by non-civil authority? He said, because the airport has been closed by the Air Force. He said, go to the tarmac and see for yourself. I went to the tarmac and here was a pickup and on top of it was a GPMG. That's when it dawned on me that there was a warning I received near Ekiti. where the captain said, please drive now to the nearest place. Don't be found on the road at night. I can't guarantee your security. And I remember it, and I drove like a madman to Lagos. Another thing was at the airport in Kano. I was seated in the plane, about to move. They said I can't. I said, why? They said, orders from above is that you can't fly out of Kano airport. Luckily for me, Aero landed. I told my staff, buy the Aero ticket. Wherever it is going, let it take us there. If you like, let it be going to Ghana. We are going to. They went to buy Aero ticket, they refused. Why? You can't fly out of Kano. First time they said, the excuse they gave me for not allowing me to fly was that they say private jets cannot fly out of Kano. Here is a commercial jet now. That's what they told me, I can't fly out of Kano. Then, okay, I won't call his name. A security personnel drove into the place. But before he drove in, an Air Force vehicle had driven in with another GPMG mounted on top of it and just parked. And the security personnel drove into the airport and said, excuse me, sir. I said, yes. You must leave Kano now. Don't sleep in Kano. If you sleep in Kano, I can't guarantee your safety. And I said to him, but the governor said I should come back and sleep in the government house. He said, don't sleep in the government house. I drove from Kano to about 9 p.m. I drove from Kano to Abuja. I was carrying Professor Gambari, Goje, Baraje, Lafiaji. I was the 5th person. I had hardly left Kano when they slept off. That's when I knew that Goje wasn't a strong man. He was hurry. I wasn't up to 50 then, but I was the strongest man in that car. And I was speeding like mad until I got to Kano. I got to Abuja. But halfway sleep, I stopped at Kaduna, bought 6 cans of Red Bull. I was still sleeping. But I got into Abuja. So don't you think that if you are Buhari supporter, you should also support me for all this? And there is no sense of entitlement here. Nothing like I'm entitled to your vote. I'm just telling you, pricking your conscience, pricking your sympathy. When I hear people say, I work so hard, I didn't work so hard. God made Buhari the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those of us who contributed did so out of God's direction. But again, if we all listen to this. This is important. Please listen to this. This is important. Among all the aspirants, including our leader who just left here, I am the most experienced. You can judge it, and I will read out the experiences I have. I was speaker for 2 terms. In that period, I was made chairman of Speakers Forum, and they voted for me twice. After that, and don't forget, I was speaker at 34. So when the youth talk, I laugh, because I was the only Nigerian that became a governor without an election. A civilian governor, I mean, not a military governor. I fought so hard that I got to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, you are the governor of River State, and I became the governor of River State. No money. I was behaving like this man, the young boy who did this. Nobody's noticing him now. He's running around. Tomorrow you hear his name, MD, MPA. You say, why now? You will remember that he's been working. He's been running around. You need to work hard. So at 42, I became governor. At 50, I became minister for transport. In all of this, you will see my footprint, 2 of us. Don't blame Ambassador. He doesn't work in Ministry of Transport. There is a railway construction going on from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. It includes Bauchi. It's called the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri line. It starts from Port Harcourt through the southeast, through the northeast, through north central, down to Maiduguri, down to Yobe, that's Damaturu, to Gashua, to Gombe. There's a memo going to cabinet, unfortunately I'm no longer a minister, that includes Yola. But you see, We have started construction. If you don't vote for me, nobody will have the kind of heart Buhari has to borrow money to complete those projects. Then you may not have railway. But if you vote for me, consider that project will be completed because I want to advance it. And let me warn, if you construct that railway up to Borno, you will have employment. How will you have employment? Those of you who produce agricultural produce, those of you who have businesses are able to move your good from one point to the other. Let me even tell you, it's not only about going to Port Harcourt where there is a seaport. At Kaduna, the rail coming from Port Harcourt connects to, is it Akwanga? But somewhere between Jos, Kafanchan, thank you. It connects you to Kaduna, therefore connecting you to Kano, connecting you to Abuja, and connecting you to Lagos. So you can choose so many places to take your goods at a cheap cost because the federal government is subsidizing it. But if you don't vote for me, you hear story. Oh, they borrowed money, we won't continue. It's too expensive, and they will stop it. But if you vote for me, my heart may not be as strong as Buhari, but I'm a very strong man. Those who know me know that I'm what? I'm a very strong man. I don't lack courage. I don't lack the capacity to tell you the truth. It is when I tell you the truth that they accuse me of arrogance. But I will try and tell you the truth. So vote for me. Make me the candidate of the party. I doubt that the rest people have the capacity to defeat PDP. I doubt. Let's see if we do the analysis. The analysis is all of you disagree amongst yourself. You the majority tribes, the Yorubas, the Hausa, Fulani, the Igbos. But I'm neither Yoruba, nor Hausa, Fulani, nor Igbo. What am I? So if you vote for me, I will face PDP. I know what they know. I was in PDP. I was a leader of PDP. Since we left PDP, it's scattered. They know. When we were in PDP, we were producing national chairman. We were producing officers of the party. I was their star boy. While Fashola was in ACL, PDP was very proud of Mr. Chibike Amaechi for all that I did. I know them. I know them very well. I know their capacity. The rest people don't know them, like I know them. So electability is key. Don't go back to opposition. If you don't vote for the candidate Nigerians will accept, they will vote for PDP. One more thing why Nigerians will vote for me. They know me to be bullish with security. They know I don't joke with security. It annoys me. I want to drive freely. I want to go to where I want to go without police or army following me. And the only way that can happen is if you chase away these criminals. We did it in Port Harcourt. Then General Buratai, Lieutenant General Buratai, who retired as Chief of Army Staff, was Brigade Commander, River State. Suleiman Abba was Commissioner of Police. Sadiq Abubakar, I think he's from here, was Commander Air Force in River State. And we sat down and agreed to do one thing. What did we agree to do? Governor, do your own part. We'll do our own part. What's my own part? Provide an alternative economy to crime. What alternative economy? We had Songhai Farm to train farmers, to give them money to go and start farming. We had infrastructural development to employ workers. And anytime crime rose, we paid contractors. Contractors in turn paid workers. Workers in turn bought goods. They bought egusi, they bought oil, and the money was regulated. That's the River State now they are crying. Because when the governor or when the man in government becomes his sole contractor, what happens? He circulates around just one man. So if the governor of your state is the contractor, then you will get money. But if we give you contract, what will you do? It will go down, because even if you don't dash somebody money, there is no way you will buy food now. You will buy food. The person selling food will pay school fees. The person who owns the school will pay tailor. The tailor will do what? Pay doctor. Doctor will do what? Pay nurse. See how the money circulates. That's what they call an economy. An economy must circulate and grow people and put money in their pocket. So we pursued the issue of security in two ways. Physical security, which means grow the economy, put money in the hands of people so they can stop crime. And physical security, which means arm the army, arm the police, and shoot any idiot who is shooting other people. 6 months, nightclub started. If you don't have nightclub in River State, you will drive them mad. They will move. They will move to Lagos, they will move to Abuja. But if you keep life going in River State, if the man comes back home 4 a.m., 5 a.m., he's very happy at the weekend. In 6 months, we returned River State back to normal. And we came with a phrase, Port Harcourt is back. We shall do our best to restore security in Bauchi and all other parts of Nigeria. But key is I don't have the power. You must give me the power. Big men will come here and speak grammar. Big men will come here and tell you all sorts of things. So they will bring money that we don't have. If you sell your vote, you will sell your conscience. And trust me, if I'm not read the Quran, I know that the Quran is not happy and Allah is not happy with those people who cheat others by selling their votes. God, Allah bless you. Just hold on. I don't want to forget that you lost the Bauchi chairman. Please accept my sympathy. You and I worship God. We know that God creates, God does what? Takes. May his soul rest in peace. Sorry, sir. There's something I try to keep away from the public, but I'll see it now that you brought it up. If I get elected, I feel sad that every day they are throwing out parliamentarians, governors, everybody throwing out parliamentarians. If I get elected, I will set aside a fund that retired parliamentarians can access at the lowest interest rate.
Nobody cares about us, so we have the lowest road index. All our railways in this sector is not working. Our energy is not working. Our Bauchi used to be a very good industrial center due to the policy of import substitution in the 80s. Even sweets were being made in Bauchi. None is working. Even economically down, and we have never been recognized. And I think you can make the difference. That is what I am asking you to do. And finally,
I'm trying to, I didn't speak a lot because I want to run away. If we win, trust me, I will not go home and begin to develop Bauchi. I will come down here first and we sit down and hold an economic summit. Not state economic summit too. I will show you what the federal government can spend in the northeast and I will ask you how do we spend it. And key for me is how to put back money in the pockets of our people. Why do we say put money in the pockets of our people? If you don't have money, you are not a market. You can be 400 million, it can be 1 billion. The reason why China is a force is that China produces, employs their people, and in turn, their people buy what they produce. They don't go outside. They buy it because they have the money. Currently, 200 million Nigerians, 150 to nearly 180 don't have the money to buy. That's why you see crime. So please trust me on that.
thank you, sir.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.